What I wish I knew about Catwoman's hidden world instead of just her shiny suit. From scaling skyscrapers like their kitty-scratching posts to outsmarting Gotham's most cunning crooks, Catwoman's life is anything but ordinary. She's got the agility of a gymnast and the stealth of a ninja. Basically, she's your average cat, just with better gadgets. But did you know she's also a master of disguise? One minute she's sipping a latte, and the next she's cracking safes with claws sharper than her wit. And let's not forget her love-hate relationship with Batman. Talk about complicated. So next time you see a sleek figure darting across the rooftops, remember there's more to Catwoman than meets the eye. Just don't try to follow her. She's got a knack for disappearing. Stay curious, Gothamites. The mouth of the alley was dark, almost as if it were a portal to another world. The shadows seemed to dance, inviting yet foreboding. The streetlights didn't reach this far, leaving the alley in a shroud of mystery. It was as if the light was afraid to venture into this unknown. I took a step into the darkness, feeling the weight of the unknown pressing against me. Each step felt like a journey into the depths of my own fears. The air felt different in the alley, thick with a mist that seemed to carry whispers of forgotten tales. It was a place where time stood still. It was cool and still, a stark contrast to the bustling street I'd left behind. The silence was almost deafening, amplifying the sound of my own heartbeat. I walked deeper into the alley, each step echoing louder than the last. The walls seemed to close in, creating a tunnel of darkness. My footsteps echoed on the brick walls, a rhythmic reminder of my solitary journey. It was as if the alley was alive, responding to my presence. The darkness felt deeper now, almost tangible. It wrapped around me like a cloak, making it hard to distinguish where the alley ended and I began. It was like a blanket around me, comforting yet suffocating. The deeper I went, the more I felt a strange sense of belonging. I thought about turning back, the safety of the known world calling to me. But the allure of the unknown was too strong to resist. But something drew me forward, a magnetic pull that I couldn't explain. It was as if the alley had a story to tell, and I was the chosen listener. The alley was full of secrets, each corner hiding a piece of a larger puzzle. It was a labyrinth of mysteries waiting to be unraveled. It made me want to know them, to uncover the stories hidden in the shadows. The unknown was no longer something to fear, but something to explore. The shadows in the alley danced. They moved with a life of their own, as if they were part of some secret ballet, hidden from the eyes of the world. They moved with the wind, swaying gently, almost hypnotically. The breeze seemed to carry them, guiding their every motion. Sometimes they looked like animals prowling silently along the walls. Their forms shifted and changed, morphing into different creatures with each passing second. Other times, they looked like people, figures from another time, another place. They seemed to be engaged in conversations, their silent words lost to the night. The walls of the alley whispered. They whispered stories of the past, secrets long forgotten, and dreams yet to be realized. They whispered with the wind, their voices carried on the gentle breeze. The rustling leaves added to the symphony of sounds, creating a haunting melody. They whispered with the rustling of trash, the discarded remnants of the day. They whispered with secrets, secrets that seemed to beckon me closer. I stopped to listen to the whispers. They were faint, almost imperceptible, but they held a strange allure. They were faint and hard to understand, like a distant echo from another world. But they seemed to be calling my name, drawing me deeper into the alley. I kept walking, my curiosity piqued. The shadows seemed to guide me, their movements leading me further into the darkness. I wanted to know what the whispers were saying. I wanted to uncover the secrets hidden in the shadows, to understand the stories they told. I wanted to know what was hidden in the shadows. The mystery of the alley called to me, and I couldn't resist its pull. The shadows and whispers held a world of their own, a world I was eager to explore. Something shimmered in the darkness. It was small and round. I walked towards it. My heart beat faster. I bent down and picked it up. It was a button. A beautiful, shiny button. It was unlike any button I had ever seen. It was like it was from a different time. Section 4. The Secret of the Lost Button. This is a tale of mystery and curiosity, a story that begins with a simple yet intriguing object. A button. I turned the button over in my hands, feeling its weight and texture. It was unlike any button I had ever seen before. It felt smooth and cold, almost as if it had a story of its own to tell. The surface was polished, reflecting light in a way that seemed almost magical. I wondered who the button belonged to. Was it part of a cherished garment, or perhaps a keepsake from a distant past? The possibilities were endless. I wondered how it ended up in the alley. Had it been dropped by accident, or was it left there intentionally, waiting for someone like me to find it? I put the button in my pocket, feeling a strange connection to it. It was as if the button had chosen me, and I felt a sense of responsibility to uncover its secrets. I decided to keep it, determined to find out more about its origin. This small object had sparked a curiosity within me that I couldn't ignore. It was a secret between the alley and me. I smiled, feeling a sense of adventure and excitement. The button had turned an ordinary day into something extraordinary. Even a dark and scary place could hold beautiful secrets. The alley, once foreboding, now seemed like a place of wonder and mystery, all because of a simple button. Section 5. The Magic of Shadows. I left the alley and walked back to the street. The streetlights seemed bright now. The world felt different. I had faced the darkness and discovered something beautiful. I thought about the shadows and the whispers. They were still a mystery, but that was okay. Some things are meant to remain a secret. That's what makes them magical.
An old man is flying in the sky again. A birdman teaches old man to fly again.
The world was dying. The sun, once a brilliant beacon of life, was fading. Its light grew dimmer with each passing day, casting a perpetual twilight across the land. The air, once warm and vibrant, turned cold and still. Plants withered and died, their vibrant colors fading to a dull gray. In a small, forgotten village nestled amidst the dying forests, a young inventor named Ilara refused to give up hope. She spent countless hours in her workshop, her brow furrowed in concentration as she tinkered with gears, wires, and strange glowing stones. She believed there had to be a way to bring back the light. She would find it. For months, Ilara poured all her energy and ingenuity into her work. She studied the ancient texts, deciphering forgotten knowledge of the sun and its power. She experimented with different materials, searching for a way to replicate the sun's energy. Finally, after countless failures, a breakthrough emerged from her tireless efforts. Ilara had created a device, a miniature sun, crafted from a unique combination of crystals and metals. It pulsed with a warm, golden light, a beacon of hope in the dimming world. When she finally activated it, the village erupted in cheers. They had light, warmth, they had hope again. For a brief, beautiful time, life returned to the village. Plants grew, children played, and laughter filled the air. But Ilara knew this was only a temporary solution. Her artificial sun, while a marvel, was powered by a finite energy source. It was only a matter of time before its light too began to fade. As the artificial sun's light began to flicker and dim, fear returned to the village. The air grew colder, the shadows longer. Their hope, once so bright, threatened to be extinguished once more. Ilara, her heart heavy with a sense of responsibility, knew she couldn't let that happen. Determined to find a permanent solution, Ilara delved deeper into the ancient texts. She discovered legends of a place deep within the earth, the planet's core, where the true heart of the sun's power resided. It was a perilous journey, one fraught with danger and uncertainty, but Ilara knew it was a journey she had to take. With a heavy heart but unwavering resolve, Ilara bid farewell to her village. She ventured into the darkness, armed with her wits, her tools, and the fading light of hope. She carried the weight of her people's future on her shoulders. She would not fail them. Section 5. Through Caverns Deep. Ilara's journey led her through treacherous caverns and winding tunnels. The path was dark and perilous, the air thick with the smell of damp earth and the sound of dripping water. Strange creatures, their eyes glowing in the darkness, lurked in the shadows, drawn to the fading light of Ilara's artificial sun. She faced each challenge with courage and ingenuity. She used her knowledge of mechanics to build bridges across chasms and create tools to navigate the treacherous terrain. She faced her fears head-on, her determination fueled by the hope she carried for her people. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Ilara reached her destination. She stood at the edge of a vast cavern, its ceiling lost in the darkness above. In the center of the cavern, a sphere of molten light pulsed with incredible energy. This was it, the heart of the earth, the source of the sun's power. As Ilara approached the pulsating sphere, she felt an intense heat radiating from it. The air shimmered and danced with waves of energy. She knew she had to be careful. One wrong move could be disastrous. But she also knew this was the key to saving her village, to saving her world. Drawing upon her knowledge and her intuition, Ilara began to work. She carefully channeled the energy from the heart of the earth, manipulating it with her tools and her will. She worked tirelessly, her brow slick with sweat, her hands blackened with soot and grime. Her artificial sun, held aloft, began to glow brighter, pulsating in sync with the heart of the earth. As the connection strengthened, a surge of energy erupted from the heart of the earth, shooting upwards through the caverns and tunnels. Ilara watched in awe as a beam of pure, brilliant light erupted from the earth, piercing the darkness and reaching towards the heavens. Above ground, the villagers looked up in astonishment as the sky, for so long shrouded in twilight, began to lighten. The air, cold and still, grew warm, and then, slowly, majestically, the sun began to rise. It was not the pale, fading disk they had grown accustomed to, but a brilliant golden orb, radiating warmth and life. As the sun climbed higher in the sky, bathing the world in its golden light, cheers erupted throughout the village. The warmth of the sun seeped into their very bones, chasing away the cold and fear that had gripped them for so long. The plants, so long withered and brown, perked up, their leaves unfurling towards the life-giving light. News of Alara's achievement spread like wildfire, carried on the wind to every corner of the dying world. She became a symbol of hope, a testament to the power of human ingenuity and perseverance. Her journey to the heart of the earth became a legend, a story whispered around campfires and shared from generation to generation. But more importantly, Alara's journey had reignited the flame of hope in the hearts of people everywhere. It reminded them that even in the darkest of times, even when all hope seems lost, the human spirit can overcome any obstacle, and that sometimes the greatest journeys begin with a single, determined step into the unknown.
Must come to an end, but I could use a